God damn it, I can't sleep, huh? Right. God, insomnia, not being able to sleep. For me, this started, thankfully, I'm over this, and I've always slept very well my entire life. I love to sleep in, usually never go later than 2 in the morning, but the last 8 months I experienced some intense insomnia, sometimes not sleeping until the sun comes up. It's a horrible thing. So let me make this quick. There's some quick tips that I have picked up that help with being able to sleep. First of all, know that it's all in your mind, okay? And the core of everything is the core of it is, feeling content, feeling at peace, feeling satisfied when you're in your bed. It's usually when you're just not satisfied, you're not happy with your life, you just have so much in your mind, you don't feel content when you hit the pillow, that you're just going to stay up and you're just going to just be thinking and thinking and thinking. Or maybe not thinking, just you're just not tired. Right, so there's two parts to it. There's a tiredness, not being tired, and then the other one is just can't sleep because you just have so much on your mind. Let me get into this quickly, okay? What has really helped me with sleeping? I would have to say top of the list is what I was talking about, being content. Now, how do you become content at the end of the day? Because going to bed is like it's where you want to feel at peace. You want to feel like you've had a productive day, you've served your purpose. Purpose is so important for us to be happy and content. So for men and women, it's going to be different. And I like to talk about instinctual needs. Men have different instinctual needs to women. Men, we still have the bodies of the hunters, yeah, the hunter-gatherers. So we can't just jump into the future, into what we think we're going to be like in the future. We have to transition, and we still have the bodies and a lot of our mind that gets satisfied and feels good when we've accomplished the things that we're designed to do. So for men, it's going to be hunting, gathering, bringing in food, bringing in money, that's the equivalent nowadays. Going to the supermarket and just shopping and getting, food. That's like the modern equivalent of hunting. So hunting, gathering also involves traveling. It involves getting out of the house. So getting out, doing some traveling, whether it's just a 10-minute drive or a walk or a hike, just getting outdoors, it's amazing how it makes us feel, because like I said, it makes us our mind feels like it's been productive and we've done what we need to do for the day, and then we can rest easier. So hunting, gathering for men, bringing in money, providing shelter, providing security, having a home, So all of these things are so important. In fact, take a look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs for men and women. Both of you guys, go look at that, because it explains our needs, yeah? But I like to think more about the instinctual needs that we still have. So hunting, gathering, providing shelter, safe shelter, bringing in money, that's like the equivalent of gathering and hunting these days. Traveling, which would be a part of like if we were hunting back in the old days. Um, Sex, reproducing, that's within us, yeah? That's why sometimes when you have sex, or you please yourself, you feel tired, at the end of it. But I would avoid pleasing yourself, because there's also some guilt and dissatisfaction that's associated with that. So I'm not saying go jump into bed with anybody, but these are the things that will help, yeah? just our instinctual needs. Yeah, exercise. Again, that's key with it's like a modern day equivalent of hunting and gathering. And if there's any girls out there, I'm sure that you're probably thinking, oh, a lot of these apply to women as well. For women, it's going to be things like, um, you know, if you're older, a woman having a baby, it's going to be. I'm not saying go have a baby. I'm just saying these are your your body is designed for that, to be a nurturer. So nurturing your boyfriend, your husband, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. Go get your nails done, go get some new clothes, go get a new haircut. Same goes with guys too. Take care of yourself. Clean your environment, cleaning your room, cleaning yourself, keeping yourself looking good. These things all tie in with feeling content and that you've accomplished the things that you need. For women and men both, I would say cooking is an incredible one. When you cook for yourself, you feel able, you feel productive. You feel like you're able to take care of yourself. It increases your confidence. So take cooking classes, learn how to cook. You can start off simply, but these are really simple, primal things that we all need, and in our modern day life, we've lost touch with them, and there's no it's not a surprise that so many of us suffer, and we just feel at the end of the day like we haven't fulfilled, like we haven't done enough, we haven't fulfilled our potential. So that's point number one. Being able to get a good night's sleep, I think, really comes down to how you feel when you hit the bed. Like, oh, I've had a full day of stuff and I feel like I've done enough and I've done quite a bit and I feel productive. Okay? Another one, maybe you should have mentioned this first because people like easier ways, is try out binaural beats if you guys haven't out there. It's basically audio you put on. I've been using them now for a long time, since 2006, 2007, and what is that now? 8 years now. Basically, it's one frequency that goes in one ear, a different frequency that goes in another ear, and it creates an altered state of mind. It really helps with meditating, and it helps you to relax and just put you in the vibrations that it causes, the frequencies, or the theta, beta, different deep sleep, meditative frequencies. I find they not only help me sleep, but they help me get fewer hours, help me require few hours of rest. So I actually wake up feeling much better. I have amazing dreams. I'd like to quickly go back to point number one about being content, praying before going to bed. It's so important, a lot of us have bad vibes with religion, yeah? Don't see it as religion. You know, Make a list before you go to bed and just pray for people that you care for. Be grateful. Just saying, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the food that I had today. I'm grateful for my shelter. Make a list of those things. Because what happens subconsciously is that you're reminding yourself of all the strength, all the amazing things that you have. So add that to the first point. I'm sure there's another few things that will pop up into my mind. But I'd say the binaural beats and also getting a good full day of activity, of doing things. If you're disabled, there's stuff you can do within your realm of ability. But all of us, we have to identify what our needs are. So for men, like I said, hunting, gathering, defending the home. The modern day equivalent of defending your home would be fighting. I don't mean like picking street fights, but like I do mixed martial arts. I do jiu-jitsu, wrestling. It's within a lot of males to have that need to go and to be extremely active. So finding a sport that allows you to get your competitiveness out, because don't look at competitiveness as a bad thing. It's natural within us. Accept it. Remember, love is acceptance. So embrace your competitive side, nurture it, and use it in a good way. Rather than going out and picking fights with people for no reason, do a sport like tennis or climbing or jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or boxing or swimming, whatever. There's tons of them. But getting that competitiveness, exercise, it's something within us that we need to address. So, think about it yourself as a human. How did cavemen used to live? They used to hunt, they used to protect their homes, building a fire. It's amazing how good that feels especially for a man, like to build a fire. It sounds ridiculous, but it feels amazing. Like you just feel you've accomplished something, you've created a safe zone. And I'm not saying go build a fire, but what would be a modern equivalent of that, I think, would be to establish a secure living environment for yourself or for the people you live in. So keeping your place clean, finding a place to live, being independent, not maybe living with someone, your family, if you're over the age of, I don't know, everyone's different, but being independent, being able to provide for yourself. These things are going to make you feel more content. So, you can backtrack through this video and write a list of all these things that I've mentioned that perhaps apply to you, and try to deal with them every day. So make sure every day you go get out, you do some traveling because it's within our needs. You get out, you do some hunting, which would go to the supermarket or whatever, go get some food and bring it home. Cooking, learn to cook, keep your environment clean. The binaural beats is a really great aid that I like, that I use. Now, there's a few other ones that I am forgetting, and most of my videos I just pretty much freestyle them. I just hit record and I just go off. But I think I'm going to start writing lists so that I don't forget these things. But I've been doing these videos really more of a practice for me, and probably going to go through all of these topics again, more simplified, more organized with my list of things. But yeah, I would say that those are the ones that come off the top of my head the best. It's really amazing that just being whole and being happy with yourself in your life is a huge one to being able to sleep. And I think most people that suffer insomnia are just not content, not satisfied, depressed, have anxiety. I am there. Don't think I am healed or anything. I'm working on it, but it's a daily battle, especially the older you get to do this. And my way is I need to express myself. We all need to express ourselves. I think one of the greatest human needs is to be heard, which is why things like Facebook and Twitter are such successful businesses, because they basically allow people's voices to be shared and heard. It's no longer just celebrities like it was back in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone can be heard and seen. And as with all of my videos, attention is really the core of it. Attention is energy. When people's attention is on you, you're being energized by them. Look at all these celebrities or these spiritual gurus that have hundreds of people who love them and are listening to them and giving them attention. These people are going to bed feeling extremely energized, and they're just getting energy. But not only getting energy from other people, forget about that. That's not so important. What's most important is don't leak your energy out. So your attention, try to focus it on yourself. Yeah, I go out into the world because I'm extremely sensitive and I have issues with depression and extreme, severe social anxiety and social awkwardness. And what has really helped me the last maybe 6, 7 months has been I go out and I have blinders. I don't look at people, I soften my gaze, and I'm more connected to my feelings, my emotions. I try to make sure that I feel good, and I hold on to that rather than focusing on my breathing and not thinking and all of this. No, it's too difficult for me to manage my thoughts and my thinking. But I find it much easier to focus on oh, just how do I feel right now? And then I can feel, okay, I feel a little anxious now. Why don't I feel relaxed? So then I'll try to focus on making myself feel relaxed. Then I'll say, let me focus now on being confident. So then I'll feel confident and I'll allow things to flow from that feeling. And it's just exercise. You do that every day, and then you can use the feeling as your primary step forward through life. Because I tell you what, people talk about have a firm handshake, look people in the eye, smile, be positive. None of that is as important as when you feel good. So even if you're not looking at someone in the eye, you're looking down, you don't have a firm handshake, you're not smiling, but if you feel great inside, you feel confident, there's nothing that can stop that from radiating out and from people feeling that. So I kind of like blasted a whole ton of info at you guys. So if you want to watch it back and perhaps write some notes about that, that could be handy. I would recommend doing that. But yeah, exercise, eating well, reading. You know what helps me is journaling. It just makes you feel like you've accomplished stuff. If you go to bed feeling like restless, it's because you feel like you just haven't gotten out what you need to get out. You haven't been heard. You haven't accomplished your instinctual needs of fighting, hunting, gathering, protecting, defending, nurturing. Um, okay, so it's really basic stuff that we just have to kind of get back to. Okay? That's my video, a little longer than I wanted, but I hope there's some useful stuff in there, and if I miss anything out, I might put them in the comments below, or I will, like I said, I'm going to do more videos soon. I hope that's useful. Good luck to everybody out there, and if you want any help or any advice, there's several people now who have been emailing me, and I communicate with them for free and just share my advice with them. You can go ahead and put a comment, and we can exchange emails or whatever, and I can help in any way that I can. Alrighty, have a good one, fellas and fellowettes, girls and boys. Get outside, okay? Give yourself what you need.